Well, it's starting to get colder again, and you know what that means, back to school, but what does that mean for Matt Keeps Fish? Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about why this is my last update, at least my last update for the next couple of years. And there's kind of three reasons that I've boiled it down to. There's money, time, and mental health. And before we break down each of them, I just want to talk about why they're suddenly an issue. And it goes back to when this channel started, or rather when this channel became a fish channel. Because Matt Keeps Fish used to be a Lego channel and is now not, but there's a few complex reasons that it used to be a Lego channel and why I switched to fish that we can talk about in the comments if you want. Otherwise, this video is going to be too long. But around 5 years ago, just before the pandemic happened, I switched from Lego to fish, and I'm really glad I did because fish are way better than Lego, I gotta say. And for 2 or 3 years, I was really able to just dig into it because I didn't really have any friends. I had a part-time job, I was in my bachelor's degree, and I was living alone. There were no set meal times, there were no set times for anything. I could film as much as I wanted to. And it was really good for me because I didn't have, like I said, friends. I didn't really have hobbies. I didn't have anything to do, and this filled the time, and it was really meaningful for me. Not just building aquariums, but also learning how to upload them to YouTube and make nice videos out of them. But then my life started to get more interesting. My family moved back. I made more friends. I started working more. I graduated from my bachelor's degree. I got married. I moved to a new house, and then I moved again. My life used to be part-time work, a little bit of school, and a whole lot of aquariums, and suddenly it was split tens of different ways. My focus, my money, my time, it was split in so many directions, and aquariums, they couldn't really match up. But as I got used to all the different changes, I found a way to keep this meaningful part of me in my life. Except for the problem that in 2 weeks, it's all going to change again. Sometimes that's how life feels. You get it all figured out and then everything turns upside down again. My goal for YouTube was that every Friday I make a post, every Saturday I make a short, and then alternating for Sunday, week by week, a video or another short. On some weeks, I really did this. I was really getting the hang of it. And if my life continued with the kind of patterns that I've had over the last year, I probably would be able to keep doing that. But I applied and was accepted into my program for counseling psychology, and it's starting in September. Although I am hopeful for the continued growth of this channel, and I'll share my plan of action over the next 2 years in just a little bit, it's important to me that I tell you guys what's standing in my way. Let's start with money, because I feel like it's the easiest to explain. To say it straight up, aquariums are expensive. I'm not making money here. I don't know about you guys, but my aquariums have been kind of expensive, and a lot of the stuff that I have is used. The 29-gallon and the stand were used, same with the 20-gallon. The quarantine tank that I got recently is used. The only new thing that I have in here are the lights. As far as budgeting goes, I'm about $300 over budget. And so with school coming around again, and especially since it is, I need to stop spending so much money. With the program that I'm going into, it's just next to mandatory that you quit your job and fully focus on the program, because along with the schooling, along with the education, there's also 40 hours of practice, which is your unpaid job. So it's not even like I'm taking that portion of my paycheck and not using it for fish anymore. I'm just not making a paycheck anymore. It's been a lot of fun building up my army of fish, but it's about time that I start paying off my debts. In summary, I feel like if I'm not spending money on developing these aquariums, then they're not really worth making big update videos on. Number 2, time. You're not gonna have a lot of it when you're in your master's degree. At least that's what I hear. And frankly, it already feels like I barely have any time to see my fish. So if I'm already short on time to see my aquariums before I'm even in the master's degree, then I can only imagine how much less time I'm gonna have for them once I am in my master's degree. And if I'm being honest, part of the reason why I wasn't able to hang out with my fish as much in person is because I was editing them on a phone. Making videos about my fish actually takes me away from my fish. And so when September rolls around, I want more of the time from editing to go into actually hanging out with my fish, doing water changes, interacting with them. all the things that I feel like I should be doing and things I want to be doing. And so when my master's degree rolls around, I don't want to be stuck on my phone editing my fish. I want to be in the room with my fish. I want to be doing water changes on my aquariums. I want to be trimming plants. I want to be enjoying them a little bit selfishly instead of producing work on them to be put on YouTube. I'm just worried that I'm not going to have it both ways, and if I choose wrong, then what's the point of having aquariums in the first place? The third reason why I think I'm going to slow down on YouTube is because I don't think I'm going to have the mental capacity. If you guys were around for the 40-gallon phase, you remember how it ended. I was in exams and my fish got infected with Camellianus worms. In fact, it was a group of Bolivian rams, kind of like these guys, that brought it into the tank. And let me just say, treating it absolutely destroyed my mental health. The medications were not available in Canada. The ones that I was offered didn't work. And in the end, I lost all my fish. This may have been easier to handle if I hadn't taken on so many other responsibilities, but since this was well into like my third year of keeping fish, it was just, I couldn't do it. I couldn't handle it. The goal I had in mind at the end of my bachelor's degree when I took a year off was to have all of the aquariums, all the terrariums, every living thing set up and settled by the end of that year before I started my master's degree. I knew that the most complex things that I could handle while I was working on university things would be to trim plants and do water changes. I didn't want this to be a source of stress. I wanted it to be a place where I could go to and sit down and just watch the fish and feel a sense of peace looking at it, you know? What I don't want is to look in here and be like, oh man, they still have worms. I'm not gonna be able to get the medication. I'm gonna have to shut this down. It's gonna be an empty glass box and I'm not gonna have anywhere to go anymore to just relax. And I am cutting it pretty close with having bought fish just like last week, which means that they're going to be done quarantined somewhere within the second week of school starting. So in summary, this is my final update for a while because aquariums are expensive and I can't spend money right now, and money kind of keeps new videos rolling. I don't have the time to make videos. I'd rather spend the time on just being with my aquariums and relaxing with them. And the last reason that I'm slowing down on videos is because I'm trying to protect my mental health while I'm adding another weight onto it. I can't just keep adding. Something's gotta move out of the way. So let's talk about where things are now and then we'll close up the video. My plan to have everything settled before my master's degree has actually worked out pretty well. Although I've been working 40 hours a week and then I've also been going on vacations and I've been moving to a new place, I've still pretty much got things under control. Apart from one Ember Tetra that appeared to have a genetic disorder when I bought it, all the fish in the 20-gallon aquarium are doing amazingly. They're all healthy, they're showing sparring and spawning behaviors, and they generally just get along really well. I should also note that the plants are doing really well on 1 root tab per month, and hopefully I'll be able to sell some once they get big enough. Everything seems to be great in the 29-gallon aquarium. The plants are growing really well, the fish are all really healthy. Even that ghost catfish that went in with the broken barbel grew it back. The Tree Fortress aquarium is not complete, however, because unlike the Moss Bridge, there are still some fish to go into it. As I said before, I recently got some fish and put them in quarantine. They include 13 Beckford's pencilfish, or golden pencilfish, and a clown panache, or clown plecostomus. So far, they're all really healthy, they're eating well, they're taking medication without issues, and I hope to have all 14 of them go into the 29-gallon aquarium within early September. Lastly, we have Junior, and although I was going to do a build video on his 3-foot skyscraper terrarium, I just decided I should prioritize actually building the terrarium instead of videoing it. He is really enjoying it though. The plants are growing in, they at least don't seem to be dying, and I've made sure to purchase everything he needs to be nice and warm during the winter. Both the terrarium and the aquariums are finally stabilizing, and that's the way I want them to remain for the next 2 years. Thus, no updates. But I don't want to leave YouTube altogether. It's really been meaningful to me to be able to upload videos that help you guys, that inform you guys, that creates community with you guys, and it's just hard to give it up. So, in the off chance that I am able to continue working on YouTube, I have a list of shorts ideas and short video ideas that I'm going to be able to do easily over the next 2 years. These include answers to frequently asked questions both while I'm working at the pet store or while I'm listening to your comments on YouTube, as well as some topics that haven't been asked questions about, but I just feel the need to teach. But if it turns out that school is just way too heavy and I can't manage even a 10-second video, then I just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys, both people that I met at the store and became subscribers, or people that just found their way to my channel through YouTube. I've really enjoyed the community that we've created, and in 2 years, I hope we can come back to it. As strange as it may be to say, I think that a lot of my encouragement to be a helping professional has come from helping people with aquariums. Although the information is very different between mental health and aquariums, the passion has kind of aligned between them. I think that helping people with aquariums has really helped me to hone my skills on helping people in general. Because of the more simplistic job of helping people to maintain an ecosystem, I'm able to help people on the larger issues that they face with their mental health. A little bit of an abrupt outro here, but if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you want to see shorts in the future, subscribe, and I will see you guys on a Sunday.